So we meet again. Doctor.
Doctor.
We have important things to deal with.
We do.
We have to cover this.
As usual, we're here to solve the fucking mysteries that people have been dealing with for generations.
We're here
centuries, millennia, really.
We're here to deal with a conspiracy controversy by watching an episode or two of the Y-Files and then talking about it.
Yeah. What we fucking do, bud.
You know, I didn't feel like I needed to do a whole lot of research because a lot of this was just going to be speculation.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to talk about crop circles.
Not crop dusting, crop circles.
We can talk about crop dusting too.
Yeah.
It's best to do in, a very public setting.
Oh yeah. Did I tell you about, I think it was Stitch and Scott. Why can't I think of fucking Scott's name? Anyways, I think it was those two. They were sitting on the size rake at work. They were on the rakes on 6 and 7. And I was in the take-ups. And I came fucking walking up. And I just started put my arms out and started walking around them like this. Like an airplane. And they're like, what are you doing? And I was like, I thought I might actually act like an airplane while I'm crop dusting you guys.
Fucking savage. Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah, it was
They're
cute.
just like, oh!
Yeah. I was waiting for them to get the reaction of when they caught the whiff, but it's just something to,
Just like those airplanes that write shit in the sky, man.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I was like, go fuck yourself.
Fucking vegan.
Remember what beef smells like?
Did you beef it? He's like, I'm a vegan, don't do that.
Is that a vegan fart? I'm gonna put my nose, I can't, that's not vegan.
You just do that, fly right on by and be like, hey guys, do you smell popcorn? They're just like, oh god.
Smells like buttered nachos.
Yeah, crop circles.
Crop circles.
Have you ever seen a crop circle in real life?
I wish. I have not. Have you?
Either.
I've been to a corn maze.
Which is like a crop
Similar.
circle from the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, crop circles are super interesting.
Do you think they're alien created?
I think that most of the crop circles that we see now are probably man-made, but I do think that there are a lot of them that are not created by humans. Whether that is extraterrestrial or interdimensional or an energy frequency that we don't understand quite yet.
I think it's like an alien tagging.
Yeah.
Like graffiti. They're just coming up and we see this beautiful, intricate geometric pattern, but really it says Lil Yaz was here in their alien language.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fucking stupid gang name you can come up with.
I mean, extraterrestrial graffiti is... Could that be what the Nazca lines are even? I mean, possibly.
I think the Nazca lines were actual, not crop circles obviously, but crop stylings, I'll call it.
Mm.
Because to me, the ones that define as being a real event have certain hallmarks to it. Like for one, the way that the crops actually bend to where it doesn't actually kill the crop.
Mm-hmm.
Like yes, it's 90 degrees on its side, but the crop is still living.
Yeah. Which
is crazy to me. And then other hallmarks are like there is a light amount of radiation found in the crops.
Yeah.
Which is bananas. Like how does that even get there?
Yeah. Well, even so we think of crop circles as being kind of this new thing that we've just discovered that just started happening, but there are historical records of stuff in the crops, formations in the crops going back, even the Book of Enoch, he talks about lightning that made marks on the ground, marks on inside the fields. could he have been talking about crop circles forming under, that's what happens. People say that they see like a big light out in the field, and then the next day all of a sudden there's a big crop circle there, a design in the crops. There was one thing in the 16th century where a guy was at his farm and saw he thought it was a fire out in the field. And then, so he went out there and he discovered this crop circle had been formed by this big light that was in the sky. But then they said that the crops that were growing inside of the circle grew faster than the ones outside of the circle. So it was almost like, so they would have people that would see these formations, and then they would go inside, and there was people that got accused of witchcraft, because they would try to go inside the crops and get the seeds from the plants that are in these crop circles so that they could have a more bountiful harvest the next season.
Yeah.
So I think that there are a lot of them that are real.
Yeah.
Like anomalous things that are happening that we don't understand. So yeah, in the popular zeitgeist of fucking crop circles, a lot of people say that they're all hoaxes because there are people who have demonstrated how they're done, with like a 2x4 and 2 ropes, and they smash down the crops and make a design. So when it was first discovered, everybody was talking about aliens being the culprit of making these crop circles. And then I think it was 1992 or early 90s, these two guys in
Doug and Dave
came out and said it was them, and it was a big hoax, and they've done all these. So they asked them to demonstrate it, and so they showed them how they would make this crop circle. But all the ones that they were recreating were fucking looked like shit.
And they were way bigger than they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
There's zero accuracy. And my favorite part of that story is they talk about how do you not leave walk lines in and out. Oh, we pole vault into the field where we make it.
Yeah.
So you mean with your 2x4 on a rope on your back, and being like a fucking 15, 60-year-old dudes who drink beer and shit, you pole vaulted into that field. Okay, how did you get out?
Yeah, we pole vaulted back out.
Yeah.
It's complicated. I don't really want to show you right now.
I can't really demonstrate it in front of you.
The Olympics have been calling me for ages to get my pole vaulting skills.
Yeah, see, we tie a pulley to the pole, so we could pull it over to ourselves. There's no tree. Shut up! Stop questioning it. You see this thing I have on my hat, I can't even wrap my mind around how that little lens thing works that they have on their hat. But when you watch them make these crop circles, you're like, that is not at all what you see in a lot of these other ones.
Yeah.
A lot of these other ones are perfect geometry.
Yeah.
To scale, to size, the whole 9 yards. Men cannot do that in one night. Not with 100 men could you do that in one night.
Right. Yeah, some of the crop circles are like acres and acres of land that's being fucking... So it would take literally hundreds of people to do it in one night. And if you had hundreds of people out there in the fields, you would definitely see trails where they have to walk through to get to these different areas. So yeah, I think that they were being used as fucking scapegoats in so many just like so many other things that the government wants to hide. They find some people that want to be hoaxers and then say, oh yeah, this is the explanation for it.
It's bananas to me how many people will take such a small payoff of money to become a hoaxer, basically. And it's like you're kind of selling out our future or our potential understanding of things for such a small dollar amount. It's kind of pathetic, really.
Yeah.
Granted, for a really high dollar amount, I'll become a hoaxer, but it needs to be a lot.
If it's like a sustainable amount, like, and it's going to last me for the rest of my life, then yeah, I'll hoax the fuck out of whatever I can.
Yeah, dude, I will go full Rick Doty and hoax the shit out of things and then keep doing a podcast where I actually tell the truth about it, and nobody's going to believe me.
Yeah.
Just like
Simple.
Rick Doty.
Simple. You can say whatever the fuck you want at that point, like, nobody takes you seriously.
Yeah, they could, like, once you cast doubt on credibility, like, you're done. Once you admit you lied about something, your credibility is shot. So people are just like, I can't believe anything you say.
Yeah.
I mean, just ask Stephen Greer. Just kidding. He thinks everything he says is 100% accurate no matter what. But a guy like, Rick Doty, where he's known to be a disinformation agent, can't believe anything he says, even if he tells you the truth.
Yeah.
So it'd kind of be the same thing, but I'd have to do it for a lot more money.
Yeah.
Right now, I just look like an idiot. But later on, I can look like an idiot who does hoaxes.
Yeah. If you just gave me like 10 grand a month.
That's all. It's not asking much.
Yeah, I'm not going to be rich. I'm not going to be super famous for it, but
10 grand tax-free, by the way.
yeah.
So you heard me, government. I'll stop talking about your lobbyists and shit. Hook it up.
No, let's start promoting the lobbyists, I guess.
I would be a lobbyist.
Like, we're only here because Ozempic has made it possible for us to be alive today.
What can we spend tax dollars on that we really don't need? Because I'm all about it. You need Sesame Street in Iraq? Throw 20 million at it.
Yeah. We need people, prostitutes, to learn how to twerk correctly in, the Caribbean.
We
Male prostitutes, by the way.
we need to bring back Project Midnight Climax.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to invest in more prostitution protocols so that single dudes can pay for a prostitute to take you swinger parties. I'm banging dude's wife, but he's banging a streetwalker. Everybody wins.
Yeah. But yeah, crop circles are very interesting. Well, I think that it's funny that these two guys come out and say that they've been doing these crop circles and it's always been them, and they started doing it in like the 1970s. And of course, they're two guys that live in England that so how are you doing this all around the world?
Yeah.
And it's been going on for centuries.
It's like the Fight Club of crop circles.
Yeah.
They just have like a secret underground
Network
system, and it's like
circle makers.
Yeah, you guys in Peru, you guys make crop circles tonight, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then people in Kansas, yeah, you guys go ahead and make yours too.
It's on the dark web.
Yeah, they just have like a secret handshake and shit. Are you a crop circle guy? Yes. That was so gay.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, their secret organization is called Circle Jerkers.
We don't just make crop circles. We do other things too. You ever played the cookie game? That's the initiation.
Yeah, the cookie.
Yeah.
Circle jerk cookie.
No, another thing that I find really interesting about the real crop circle ones is that how many of them, like, once the crop is harvested, that pattern stays in the ground.
Yeah.
And crops tend to not grow back just in those spots. So it's like, as a farmer, that's probably pretty annoying, but you have this like super cool pattern in your field that you can't actually see.
Yeah, it almost like stains the ground, and so you can see it for years and years after.
With irradiated soil too.
Really pretty fascinating. Even if you look at the wheat or corn or whatever it is that the crop is, the structure of the stalks, they're not broken, they're just kind of bent over. They're not like when they tested the man-made ones, the shit was all fucking, they fucked up all the crops that were there.
Yeah.
Broken and everything's all a tangled mess. But the ones that they claim are real, you go into the middle of them and it looks like the wheat or whatever it is has been braided together, so it's laying down flat, but it's still alive and it's still perfectly good.
It's all unidirectional too. Like the crops all face the same direction.
Right.
Versus like when you watch the guys do the thing with the 2x4 and they're making a circle, they're going around, so they're stomping it in a circular pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you have been able to do that and make it all face the same direction with your stupid board and rope?
And to be able to map that out in the dark with these intricate geometric patterns.
And to not leave walk lines.
Yeah. And there's a lot of them that don't really, you can't really comprehend what it is. It just looks like a pattern, but it's a mathematical equation. Like there's one that equals pi out to the 10th digit.
Yeah.
So it's like, first of all, these people have to be really smart to think about doing these things and to be able to do it at night in the dark on the ground.
With a very small number of people.
Yeah.
And have to be quiet and leave no trace.
Right.
No walk lines, no nothing. Like, you can't convince me that these super complicated geometric patterns are done by people.
Yeah.
Like, people can't even draw that. Most people can't. So you expect me to believe that one or two, maybe three people went out there and did this, like you said, in the dark, at night, in one night, and made this perfectly geometric pattern that is a mathematical equation that goes out to pi in the 10th digit in Kansas or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, people in Kansas don't think of pi, they think of apple pie,
Yeah.
not 3.14.
Exactly.
Nothing against people in Kansas, I'm just talking shit. But no, the shitty ones, yes, and I still don't know why you would do it. Go out and ruin somebody's crop, or even your own crop, just to get on the local news at 6 o'clock for a day and get some clout when you walk into the coffee shop. People are like, "What happened?"
Hey, you're one of those circle jerkers, right? Yeah. Yep. I
Standing there at the
totally am.
standing there at the urinal, and your buddy looks over at you, and you're just like, "Do the handshake." Yeah, shh.
I think that there's a lot of stuff that has to be researched and has to be looked into about crop circles. Like some of them appear to be, what they're saying now is they appear to be a two-dimensional representation of a sound wave. And so they've taken those crop circles, and you've seen that where they put like a metal pan over a speaker, and they put sand on top of it and put the sound, and it makes a design.
Yeah, super fucking cool.
Super cool, but that's what it's representing. Like they'll have a crop circle, and then they do that test, and they can find the frequency that creates that exact design. And so it seems like it's a representation of a sound wave frequency that's being either directed at the earth or being forced up from the earth, that's creating this design.
Yeah, and I think some of the really cool patterns that you see because of that same thing, it plays more of kind of a musical note.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you'll see like circles and half moons and all this other shit in one big long pattern. It's got to be a message of some kind.
Yeah.
Because if each one of those different objects within that pattern is a different note, then it should rhythmically play somehow or another.
Right.
But what is it trying to tell you?
Yeah.
I'm not that smart to figure it out, but
I don't think that we're even capable of understanding what it is. Just like we've shot out messages out into space as human beings, newly discovering ways to travel through space. We've beamed out information of like who we are and as a human race and where we're located in the cosmos, our little tiny planet. Who's to say we're not getting responses or signals from somewhere else doing the same thing? We just don't understand how to interpret it.
yeah, like the Arecibo message.
Yeah.
Where we beamed out this piece of information that was, it looked almost like 8-bit information, where basically telling like what we are and what our planet's like and this and that, and then supposedly received a response from that in the same format from another
point in the galaxy,
from somewhere.
Universe. That was like 20 years later, right?
I think it was 10, maybe 20. I don't know. I'm having a smooth brain problem right now where it's like all this information that I studied so hard on, I can't recall fucking any of it right now. I have one of those days, I guess.
Yeah. Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, my body clock is just all fucked up. Like, I should be sleeping right now.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't. But yeah, the Arecibo message, and then they say it's fake. I'm like, of course you would say it's fake. Just like the tridactyl mummies are fake.
Yeah.
Just like Area 51 was fake.
Yeah.
You know?
As long as you just say it's fake and then it's just hoaxers, then 95% of the population is going to believe that and be like, okay, let's move on to the next thing. Put it in the realm of aliens and people will feel weird talking about it.
Yeah. And I just, once you tell me it's fake, that's when I immediately start questioning.
Yeah.
Is it? Because
who's saying it's fake?
Yeah. Oh, the government?
Steve or fucking Doty is fucking telling me it's fake?
Oh, Rick Doty's like, yeah, that's not real. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Nobody wants to listen to you.
I was getting Stephen Greer and Rick Doty.
They're on the same team.
Mashed up in my head.
Yeah. Like, Stephen Greer lost a lot of credibility with me once he got Rick Doty on the team.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hook that guy up to a polygraph and simultaneously hook his balls up to a car battery. And it's like, if I find out you're lying, I'm going to zap your balls. And now we're going to get the truth.
Maybe. Maybe he's into that. He's just lying and fucking has a huge erection the whole time. Getting zapped.
He never, like, his lines never even shake on the polygraph. It's just like a baseline. He's just like, that's what I like. Probably. It looks... I'd like to sit down and talk to him.
Yeah.
Just so I can discern for myself, like, if you're full of shit or not. But yeah. He probably knows the truth about crop circles.
I would think he has to know some information about what it is. But again, there's so many theories about, you know, like we talked about being a visual representation or sound or something has just happened because of the energy or magnetic frequency of the earth has just done something weird and created this weird, maybe anomalous light, like ball lightning, that has affected the ground, and it was moving in a certain way because of so they've discovered these things called magnetars. Magnetars?
Yeah.
Well, it's like almost like a supernova, but it's like two stars almost collide and then creates a super dense fucking nucleus, and they have like this huge mass but give off like 1,000,000 times more magnetic energy than like a regular sized star. And so like they've only discovered like a handful of them out there in space. Mm-hmm. But there was one time where there was like these two crop circles that they found near Stonehenge, which is another anomalous kind of weird place energetically wise in the world. And then the next day they found another magnetar out in the sky. And so I think that was like the 10th one they've ever found.
Yeah. So
could that be something that is interacting with our magnetic field of the Earth, and then?
Yeah, I've thought about it, and I was actually just thinking about it yesterday, but I haven't really looked into it. About, is there a correlation between these crop circles or these different crop designs and where the stars are located at the time? Mm-hmm. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. Anyway, I wondered if there was some kind of correlation there, because it almost acts like these crop circles are more like markers. Mm-hmm. What are they marking? I have no idea. but is it some kind of correlation into where the stars are in the system at the time? Or is it kind of like a mapping thing? You know, because to me, it's not as simple as these just show up. There's a reason. You know, it's not aliens out there just tagging the land and be like, yo, I was here, bro. It has to be something important.
Yeah.
The other thing that I wonder about is if there's another spot they're trying to mark, but there is no crops, what are they doing? You know, because we think about ball lightning, and that's kind of what they tend to see is the ball lightning or like the fire or whatever, you know, out in the field, and then these things happen. But we see ball lightning and weird lights, you know, in cities. You know, we've seen various videos of that, but there's no circle, there's no crop.
Right.
So what's actually under there? Are they leaving a mark there that we just can't see? Is it something that only reacts with the earth? Or is it like, because there's a crop there, they're putting this signal down, the symbol down, that's maybe supposed to be picked up by some kind of device, but instead it affects the crop because it stands up so much taller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like marking something with a highlighter, but you can only see it under a black light. What
if it's their marking, so they've just got these devices that are going around the world, like that little silver sphere thing that they found.
The boogosphere?
The boogosphere. The bogosphere.
I love that. Because some of those are fucking bogus.
Yeah. So they have these little devices that are going around and looking for certain minerals or certain like things that are inside the ground. So they have this thing go out and then like it just marks this and says, okay, this is the symbol for their symbol for like magnesium or gold or whatever underground right here in this area. So
that could very well be.
They're like, oh shit, the aliens, we need potassium. Where's a big thing of potassium we can get to?
In the jungle.
Send this thing out and then it fucking marks the space. This is where it's at right here.
Yeah. Interesting.
Maybe.
It's like maybe there's a mark like downtown where we have potentially seen some ball lightning and it's just like there's only stupid humans here.
Yeah. Fentanyl, you can get some fentanyl right here.
You could get fent right here and it's like on the street next to Rio Grande.
So yeah,
it says release the lions here.
Downtown Lions.
Downtown Lions.
Starting point here. I think that. So there's even a guy that was like looking at these crop circles and thought about it. You know, thinking outside the box. Took the image of it, stood it up sideways, and spun it on its axis. Made a 3D rendering of it. And then 3D printed it, like a bunch of these different designs. And he said it looked like to him they were kind of blueprints for building some kind of a device. And so he was putting all these things together, and he made a device that didn't work, didn't do anything, but it's maybe just something that we don't have all the understanding for yet.
That's fucking genius. To model it in 3D render and then print it. What if you took all the evidence of every crop circle you could find and printed all of them? I wonder if they would create like a puzzle.
So yeah, that's what he was trying to do. And he has like pictures of the things that he built, and some of them look like they go together. And so it looked like, to him, he was saying it was blueprints to build a craft.
That seems kind of like counterintuitive for that. You know what I mean? It almost feels arbitrary.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, it's to build a craft. Because, you know, let's say we were going to send messages to our you know, ancestors, and we're going to try to teach them something. You're going to actually give them something useful, like, here's the formula for penicillin. You're not going to be like, this is how you build an F-16. Like, we're going to try to help ourselves in the past so that we struggle less, you know, leading up to us.
Don't shit in your drinking water.
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to try to say things that are helpful, not just, oh, here's how you build a UFO or a flying saucer. It seems silly to me.
Yeah, I when he was talking about it, I was like, that is actually a really cool concept, but like, I feel like the thought of him saying it was a blueprints to build a craft, I think that was coming more from what he wanted it to be, like he wanted the outcome to be. Instead of just 3D printing all these models and then seeing if they correlate to, because you'd still have to have scale.
Yeah.
If it was blueprints for a device, you would have to have, like, if you made them all the same size, you're not going to be able to build them into anything. It's just going to look like this big fucking weird thing. But if it was like, this is this, and then this next one has to be 10 times that scale for that thing to fit inside of this thing.
Yeah.
So I think that there might be something to that, but we still just don't understand it.
I think the only way to understand the scale would be to have an actual physical measurement of how big this, whatever the thing is, and then actually scale it proportionally. So you could get your scale pretty close. I think it's way too easy to think about, oh, these are plans on how to build a spacecraft.
Yeah.
I think it's more like once you have the complete collection of all these different symbols that create these different frequencies, like it's going to display more of a message. Because it's more like trying to assemble the alphabet in my mind, because that makes way more sense, just logically. Where it's like, okay, this crop circle in Nebraska is the letter A, and then this one in Peru is the letter B, and then this one over here in California is letter C, and you have to just accumulate all of them before you can see the full picture.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of like the fucking letters on the mountains for Brigham Young. Like, you just go, why is there a random Y up on the mountain? That's what I did when I first moved here.
Yeah.
Or why is there a letter G? Like, this doesn't make sense. Finally, I asked, and somebody's like, oh yeah, it spells Brigham Young around all the mountain ranges. That's stupid. Why not just put it in one big letter, or one big sentence, So maybe it's similar to that of you have to get all the pieces together to see what it actually is, forcing humanity to work together.
Or it's like different frequencies and you have to assemble them into the correct order to build the song that they're trying to fucking play for us.
Well, maybe the song opens a portal.
Yeah.
Like that stupid Masters of the Universe movie that had the weird thing, but it played music and opened a portal.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, and using frequency and sound to either change your brain frequency, but if you can do that, why couldn't you change the frequency into a portal opening up? I think that it's very plausible.
I think so. It's like that set of videos where the guy was opening the portal using a speaker.
Yeah. Well, there's even the ancient Hindu people were really focused on sound, and a lot of the ancient sites in India, temples and stuff like that, you'll see these big pillars.
Oh, and it's the sound wave.
And it's a 3D rendition of a sound wave of a certain frequency.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really know that unless you fucking knew it. But, so, I mean, and a lot of the Vedas that they practice are like meditations, and you do breath work, and like the Om is one of the main Vedas that they do. And that is one of the frequencies that they have found in these crop circles.
Yeah.
So I think that it's something to that. To me, it seems like it's probably a big possibility that we're trying to be told, something is trying to tell us something about sound and frequency.
For sure. Well, and I mean, even using, we've heard the stories about using sound to levitate objects. And using sound to break rocks and shit like that. So it's there's a lot of universal truth to it. Fuck, like you were saying, even, you know, with like the plate that you put the sand on, and you'll play like a different tuning fork, or hit it with your bowstring or whatever, and it creates these different geometrical patterns. Like, it's all tied together. It just makes me so much more curious, because I understand that, of what the fuck are they trying to tell us?
Yeah.
And furthermore, who is it trying to tell us?
Yeah.
So maybe one of their crop circles, you know, spells out like, yo, sup, dude? You know, we're the tridactyl grays from...
New phone, who dis?
Send nudes. Like, yeah. So it really does feel to me like communication, but it's on a level that we still don't understand. I shouldn't say that, because I think there are people who do understand it, but they get silenced.
Yeah.
And will probably never be told the truth about it.
Yeah.
Unless the people sending the message come up and is like, hey, stupid, we've been trying to communicate with you. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah. Do you have Medicare Plan A and B?
Are you 65 years or older? My name is Greg.
Idiot.
Yeah. Fucking class.
Idiot.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, I think that, you know, what if we are just being held in the dark about these crop circles, and they've already figured it out? You know, the people have already figured it out and are actually communicating, and they are getting the responses that they're looking for. I think that's a possibility.
I kind of think of it this way. So, you've heard the story about Eisenhower meeting aliens, right?
Yeah.
So for context, he met with the Nordics, who basically told him, like, we'll give you technology and abilities and everything, but you have to completely disarm all your nukes. And then the Greys said, you can keep your nukes and we'll give you all this stuff, but we got to abduct some of your people. So they went with Plan B with the Greys. So what if that story is real, but the circles and shit we're seeing, the crop circles and all these different stylings, is probably more the Nordics being like, hey, we can help you break free of the system, or trying to communicate with us on a more human level, because they know that we're practically slaves in this world. We are beholden to our government, we're beholden to religion and things like that. I hate saying it because it sounds kind of silly, but we are basically slaves.
Yeah.
So what if it is the Nordics actually trying to help us break free? But the government's keeping it all under lock and key and muddying the waters with hoaxers so that we don't look at it too deeply.
Yeah, I definitely think that there is some level of control of the narrative with using hoaxers and shit like that to do that dirty work for them and keep people thinking about it in a light of like, this is all fake. Yeah, I just question how much the government actually knows, but that is an interesting theory of like the two warring or clashing types of entities that are kind of a known thing. Yeah, that's interesting.
I've always kind of thought about, we're kind of like pawns in an intergalactic chess game, which is kind of why I explain why we have different races, where it's like a different race is kind of, it's like Chinese checkers. You know how you have the star and then each star is a different color, so the pieces are correlated to that, where it's like each alien race has a different race that they kind of propel forward.
They're playing Risk on fucking the world map.
That's kind of what I feel like we're doing.
Yeah.
Whereas we're kind of, now it's more the Greys, but we're supposed to be kind of propelled by the Nordics, or even like the Germans probably had, you know, the reptilians or something pushing them forward. Aryans. Not the Asian version.
Yeah.
So I've always kind of thought of it in that scheme of, yeah, we're just pawns in a game, and there's different species kind of pushing the buttons and trying to make shit happen.
Yeah.
I challenge that narrative more the older I get and the more I learn, because to me at the time when I came up with that, it made sense. But now I don't think it makes sense to me anymore, so I don't really propel it.
Yeah, I guess my question would be what would be the gain for them unless it's just a game outright.
That's what I thought. It's just a game.
Yeah.
It's literally like aliens are playing the fucking Sims using us. Yeah. It's just like, oh, look at me, I'm winning because this one's America and I'm pushing them and they have industry and everything else. And then one person's like, look at me, I'm making Sweden great.
Yeah.
You know.
And one guy's avatar is fucking Elon Musk. Like, I'm winning fucking everybody, dude.
I don't know if you know this, but
I'm winning the money game.
Doing quite good at everything. I have 12 children. I run multiple successful companies.
With that much money, you can have as many kids as you want, I guess.
You can afford the child support payments, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine, like, he dies and doesn't leave any of them anything either. I mean, what is he worth, like, 300 billion now?
I think that I would prefer that as opposed to leaving all the money to his kids, because if you're that rich and you grow up without any kind of moral code or moral, like, compass of what money is and what you can do and what you might have some kind of weird shit you think of that you want to do, and then if you get the opportunity because now you have $1 trillion, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of scary.
I think people who grow up with money, like you said, they don't really have a concept of it. They don't understand the value of it. But people like that, they have struggles, but they don't understand struggle.
Right.
They don't know that feeling of having to call your parents and borrow money till payday. They don't know that feeling of Christmas is going to be lean.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know real suffering that people like you and I know. And so they don't really have that same level of fundamental growth that we do, where we learn to value things because we've gone without them.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of pity really rich people. Plus, I remember this movie with Anthony Hopkins, The Edge. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
There's that scene where, you know, he's talking to the guy who owns the hotel, and they seem to be getting along real good. And then the guy pulls out the plans, and he's like, with a small investment. And Anthony Hopkins is like, oh. Then he gets up and walks away, and he's like, what's wrong? I thought you just wanted to be my friend.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that and going, like, that has to be really difficult, knowing nobody is ever truly your friend.
Yeah.
That's awful. But I'd still rather take the financial suffering and still have the character that I have.
Right.
It's way better. Now that I've gone through that, I'll take the fucking money.
Now that I have all the knowledge I need, show me the money, bud.
You know, I'm at the point in my life, I know who my real friends are, who my real closest friends are. I could deal with those money problems of people not wanting to be my actual friend and just want my money.
Yeah.
I've had that problem while I was poor.
Yeah. If I had that money, I would buy a couple tridactyls.
Pay for some scientists to come take a look at them.
Yeah, I would visit every single crop circle.
All of them.
No, they say that even going into a crop circle, you can feel an energy change, but also they did this thing where they put this lady that had a thyroid disorder. She had an enlarged thyroid. She went into the crop circle for like 2 hours or some shit, and her thyroid decreased in size by like 40%.
Yeah.
Which is, leads to points towards something going on with the magnetic energy in that area. That's just like a microwave would do the same thing.
Yeah, and it's funny too when they talk about some of these crop circles that show low levels of radiation when you go in through. So theoretically, if you had an enlarged thyroid and you went in there, it's kind of like a low level, what's the cancer treatment?
Chemotherapy.
Chemo. It's like a very low level chemo.
Yeah.
Which, why not?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make sense? From a clinical standpoint, I'm not that kind of doctor, but from what I understand, it makes sense.
From what I understand, it makes sense too, yeah. I mean, if I had patients with those things, I would definitely risk my reputation by going and say, you got to find yourself a crop circle.
Yeah.
Go hang out in England. It seems to happen there quite a bit. Don't talk to Doug or Dave.
Yeah, fuck those guys. You can't trust anybody named Dave.
Anybody that uses a pole vault on a fucking...
These 60-year-old dudes just chilling out having a Guinness during, waiting till dark time and then go pole vault into this field where they make this giant fucking... Get the fuck out of here. Fucking people named Dave. You just can't trust them.
Yeah. I mean,
You
Doug's
just can't
all right,
trust
but...
Everybody I've ever known named Doug is a nice person.
yeah, I had a really good friend in high school named Doug.
Yeah. Do you know what you call a retired miner?
Doug.
See, that was a clean joke.
Yeah.
I could do
I
it.
like that.
It's an...
Because he no longer digs. He dug.
He dug.
Prior.
He's done. Past tense. I would like to see for myself, like stand inside one of those crop circles and see what I feel, because, like you were saying, a microwave can emit these signals, and the electromagnetic frequency is going to change. So naturally, it's going to change the synapses in your brain, like we've talked about. So I want to see for myself what that would be like.
Me too.
It's like that. I cannot think of the name of it off the top of my head, but there's a spot. I'm pretty sure it's in England where there's all these rocks, where it's the electromagnetic frequency is way off. Like your phone won't work in there, and if you stay in there too long, you'll get dizzy and shit. I gotta figure out what that place is called.
It's right on the edge of my smooth brain right now. It's not Stonehenge, but it's closer to like France.
Yeah.
I guess. What is it called? I want to say Edinburgh, but I
That's
think
in Scotland.
yeah.
Edinburgh.
It's where that it's one of the biggest monoliths in England.
Yeah.
Right. And that site dates to like 11,000 years old, which is right at the end of the Younger Dryas, by the way.
The one we're due for?
Yeah. But yeah, there's all these what is it? Granite rocks that have all that. They conduct electricity really well. Rose granite or some kind of fucking...
I must have put in some weird search parameters because I'm not finding it. Cornwall's Hot Rocks? Is that it?
Cornwall?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I listened to so many different things about England that like all of them have the same name, I swear.
And they're all pronounced really weird. It's Tuesday, isn't it, Gov?
What is that place called?
Cornwall. I think
Cornwall.
Cornwall. Lord Cornwallis.
Yeah, it seems like all those names just get jumbled in my head because it's just like gobbledygook.
England has a very interesting vernacular, and the way they kind of name things, it all feels like obviously the same culture, but it all feels just like a variation of the same word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you hear the name of an English town, you're like, of course it's called that.
Yeah.
You know, Newcastle, you know, and you're like, of course it's called Newcastle.
Yeah.
It just seems like fitting. Or you hear the name of like an English village and you're like, yep.
Where's that at? Down by the Newcastle.
Down by Newcastle. So yeah, there's something about the English culture that everything feels like directly correlated to each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you hear bangers and mash, and you go, of course that's a fucking English dish. We don't eat just potatoes and wieners.
Yeah, I think isn't isn't their mash just? I guess they do have mashed potatoes, but they do mushy peas also.
Yeah. Sausage and
Mashed
potatoes.
peas,
Mashed
blood
peas.
sausage.
Like proper English breakfast. And then it's like the weirdest combination of breakfast food.
Yeah.
Like who the
What
fuck?
do you have an English breakfast? I'm gonna have baked beans on toast. What?
And then they talk shit on our food? Like, fuck you, buddy.
Blood sausage? You're just gonna eat coagulated pork blood? I'm cool, man.
For breakfast?
You eat that, I'll eat the bacon.
Yeah. It's like they took the best parts of like a cowboy's breakfast, you know, where you have a little bit of bacon and some leftover beans and a biscuit. And then they're like, now let's put some weird shit in there. Blood sausage.
Blood sausage.
Burnt tomatoes.
Burnt tomatoes on toast, eh? Get a runny egg.
And a nice runny egg. Yeah. I'll take the egg and the toast and the bacon. Keep all the rest. I like all those. I don't know how I feel about blood sausage. I never tried it.
Yeah, I try it. I think it kind of does sound kind of good.
It sounds interesting, but when I think about what it is, I already have a consistency issue where I'm like, I just imagine it's kind of chunky and moist in some spots and then dry in others, and I feel like I would chew it and be like,
I wonder if it tastes like liver at all, because if it tastes like liver, I'm out.
I'm not a huge fan of liver. I don't hate it, but to me it needs to be well done.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'll eat it.
To me, liver tastes like urine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Liver King, though. I mean, he's
about it. Good for him. Got him famous.
Yeah,
I think we should put him into a crop circle just to see if it helps his fucking...
if it straightens that psycho out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with it, and it was yesterday or the day before I was perusing YouTube looking for stuff for these episodes, and I came across like Liver King is back at it again video, and I was like, fuck, I gotta watch this. So I watched like 15 minutes of it. I was like, yep, still fucking crazy.
What's he back at?
Oh, the same shit, talking shit on Joe Rogan and more plates, more dates guy, and saying they're all liars and blah, 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 and just doing weird shit, eating random plants and shit that he finds, and it's like a video of him sitting down. For some reason, he's wearing two identical watches. I couldn't tell you. But he's going... like he's practicing moves, but he's barely moving his fucking arms. And he's like choreographing this fight thing in his head and talking about how he wants to fight Joe Rogan, which I don't recommend, by the way. Joe Rogan would beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just off the fucking rails, this guy. He needs real help.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's throw his ass in a crop circle, see if it just like, he's like, oh shit, I've been fucking bonkers this whole time.
Yeah, he has to live inside the... Just like he lives almost in a Faraday cage, right? His house is like a Faraday cage. It's like, dude, you need to go into this crop circle and re-fucking align your whole energy.
Yeah. He like walks in there, he's like, fuck, I feel better. Let me get this needle out of my ass.
Yeah.
Wow, I was doing some stupid shit. I need to apologize to Joe Rogan.
What's that taste in my mouth? It tastes like piss.
Like, oh, I got a random fucking plant. What kind of plant is that? Did I eat poison ivy? Why is my tongue all blue?
I do want to go sit in a crop circle, though. I mean, you don't. I think it's something that you don't hear about a whole lot in the news anymore. It used to be a big thing of like crop circles found, but now that it's out there in the public domain that they're all fake, that they don't have to report on them anymore. So
yeah, I think it's something you'd probably see more in the local news. And the other kind of theory that I have behind that is like maybe whoever's putting those there as symbols to us is like, fuck it, just stop doing it. They're not paying attention. Bunch of fucking monkeys.
Okay, we tried. These guys are way too stupid.
Yeah. Look at them scrolling on their phones and shit.
You know what? Just let them wipe themselves out.
Yeah. Let's just take the warning labels off and...
You know what? Plague.
Drop the lions.
Of course, I'm sure they have like
Space lions.
They're more like the xenomorphs.
Yeah, and they can fly and shit.
Yeah.
I could see it.
They got tridactyl xenomorphs and shit.
Yeah, and they try to drop the space lions, and like it would be no time at all before at least one human tries to fuck one of them.
Yeah.
Because that's just what we do.
We like to destroy and fuck shit.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's why you call fucking it destroyed that shit.
Fucking destroyed it. Sorry, force a habit.
Yeah.
When I'm saying something absolutely stupid, that comes out. Fucking tridactyl. So yeah, I think it would be interesting to see one firsthand. I think it would be really weird if you were like a farmer from, the last century, not the last one, but the last one, the 1800s or before, go out, to try to harvest your crop, and there's like, why do we have these blank spots? What the fuck? Because you can only see it from the air, you know? But imagine like the first guy to get a plane and fly over like, rural Missouri or whatever and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why did they do that? Because you're thinking it's them, something that they did.
Yeah.
And then whoever's down there doesn't know what it actually looks like.
Yeah, because you just can't see it. Like, you might be able to, like, map it and draw it, but you're never going to get the full scope.
Yeah.
It's probably similar to, like, I think it was in the 40s when the Nazca lines were found. The person probably flying over was like, holy shit, do you see this, Bill?
Yeah.
Like, losing his
Who
mind.
did that? When did they do that?
Oh, about 4,000 years ago. Aliens did it.
Yeah, even that is like similar to the fucking crop circles, but it seems like it's more of a humans trying to communicate with something in the sky as opposed to something from above communicating with us.
Yeah.
But even those, like, some of them are, if you measure them out linearly, are like 30 miles long, these big lines.
Yeah.
So they're not small things, and they're pretty much like chalk like earth that's been piled up so that it stands out from around the ground around it. And again, when you're on the ground looking at them, you can't really even tell what it is.
Yeah.
You just see like all these kind of lines going around, but then if you get up in the air, then you can see what it actually is. I think that, maybe the aliens or beings have seen those things and trying to communicate back with us in a similar way.
Very well could be. I kind of wonder if there's any correlation between crop circles and like prayer or meditation. Like, let's say some rural American farmer is going through financial hardship, and so they pray to God, and then this crop circle happens in their field, and then that draws in attention and local news and things like that, and suddenly they're able to sell more bushels or whatever.
Even in the thought of like the crops that do get affected by this thing actually grow better and they have better yields.
Yeah.
So they're giving them the gift of like, okay, we're going to enrich your wheat or your corn or whatever it is, so that next year when you plant, it's going to be more bountiful and you're going to have higher yields because we've changed your crop or whatever it is.
Well, shit, even looking at like the lady with the thyroid, let's say there's a similar situation with a farmer and his wife has like a brain tumor.
Right.
And so, prays and does what he has to do, and then they shoot down this crop circle, and she goes in and is like, what the hell is going on? Oh shit, my brain's fixed.
Yeah. Maybe we should all pray for the Liver King to get a fucking crop circle on his shit.
Something tells me it wouldn't work on him.
No, yeah.
He'd just be like, the 9 ancestral tenants have brought this crop circle, and fuck Joe Rogan.
You can see him out there crawling around like a fucking lizard around the fucking crop circle and shit.
I could see it. That guy's, yeah, he's fucking unhinged. You should watch some of his shit. Just like, have a beer and really lower your expectations.
The only reason why
That's how
I
I-
don't watch those things is because that's what they want you to do, is like watch their shit because that's where they're getting paid from. So I'm like, I'll just ignore it. I don't want to fuel his fucking insanity. By
I never watch
supporting it.
any of their stuff on their channel. I watch stuff that other people do about them. So it's like, what's that one channel? Oh, so like John Bravo Films. You ever watch him?
Maybe.
He's he always wears like a white shirt. He's kind of buff. He like, his hair kind of stands up. He's like, now Wes Watson, that asshole. And I really like watching him because he actually is pretty funny. But he talks shit about all the alpha males and in the AMU, and it's like I don't watch that stuff because I like seeing these guys get beat up. There's a subconscious part of me that makes me feel better about me when I watch these alpha males like crash out and talk shit the way they do, and then like normal people call them out on it. So it's, to me, it subconsciously makes me feel better. Like, I'm not as big of a piece of shit as I think I am. I could be that guy, and I'm not.
No, yeah, I think that, to me, it seems like that's why most people were watching his stuff, is just because it was so bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there were some people that were going out and buying fucking bull penises and fucking because they saw Liver King do it. But
There was some stuff Liver King said and did that I agreed with in his earlier days. Like, I agree with a lot of the 9 ancestral tenets. I agree with having a much more meat-based diet. I agree with taking supplements that make you better physically. I don't agree with eating raw meat or acting fucking psychotic or forcing your family to have your diet.
yeah,
I don't agree with a lot of that shit. I agree with shirts. Probably because I don't have, an ass full of steroids that give me abs.
well, his abs are just implants, anyways.
I think so.
Oh, you said it.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Oh, that's fucking funny.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong, the guy is still buff as fuck.
yeah.
That is not a realistic, attainable body without performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah, I think I could just like shave like patches into my belly hair,
Yeah, dude.
and my belly hair would just create the illusion of abs. I'd do like crop circles in my fucking.
That's what I would do. I'd just like find the most intricate crop circle pattern. Maybe I'll just do that
Maybe.
and just like cut it out, create a template. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I wonder if just the symbol itself creates that energy of whatever it is.
Dude, maybe that's it. Maybe it's like find the crop circle that has, like good positive
BDE?
energy, BDE, and then just like cut it into my tum-tum hair, and I'm just walking around like, I got BDE for days, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Interesting. These are things that we can test out here and now.
Very easily. Maybe just get it tattooed on you.
Yeah.
So you're just always just like positive vibes, positive energy.
Or like a one of those implants they put inside of you, so it just is like raised up.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you see the Cal? I looked it up and I had it in my brain because I was going to bring it up. It's in England.
It's probably Cornwall.
It might be, but it's like one of the Nazca lines, but it's a giant figure of a guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
And
know
he's
what
got
you're
a
talking
fucking
about.
huge heart on.
Yeah. That one's definitely man-made.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's definitely man-made. Why they would do that, I don't know. They just wanted to fucking. Maybe somebody else made the picture, like the guy, and then somebody came and just like graffitied it and put a huge dick on it.
Probably. That's probably more like it.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of effort to go into to make like this giant thing and then just be like,
You know what this is
Penis.
missing? Cock and balls.
cock and balls. That reminds me of that when we were talking about the petroglyphs at McConkey Ranch, you're like, talking about somebody drawing it for him and his old lady. He's like, babe, that's me, the one with the dick. It's like one of our first clips, man.
Yeah.
That's me, the one with the dick. Yeah. I think it'd be really interesting to actually go out and like do some measurements and take some readings on one of these, like by comparison to spots that don't have crop circles on the same land, just to see, just so I could see with my own eyes that like just to validate it to me kind of thing.
Would be interesting. I don't know if anybody's ever done this, but to like go through and map all the known places that they've had crop circles, their dates of when they were discovered or whatever, and then using that theory of like sound, you can like map out where it is actually on the earth, and so you can kind of create a directional where this one goes to this one, this one goes to this one, this one goes to this one, and then you can put those sound frequencies in order.
Ooh.
And then like however big, like however large the thing is according to like comparison to the size of the earth, maybe of that would be how loud it is or how soft it is.
Ooh, that's good thinking. Is actually using volumetrics to figure out the entirety of it, not just, oh, this is a frequency at 1.0003 gigahertz.
Yeah.
It's how loud is it? How audible? Very interesting.
So if you're looking at all these things as being from outside giving us a message, you have to try to learn how to interpret it, and I think that they would use size scale as one of those metrics of dialing in the frequency or dialing in the volume or the I don't know.
Or if you're just putting it at the frequency of the earth, it's probably 1.6 gigahertz.
Probably.
Because that's what is always popping up on Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah. And that is the frequency that
The pyramids.
communicates between satellites and the Earth.
See? Could be. What if you got inside the crop circle and played that frequency? I wonder if that would do anything.
That's another thing too, is like finding out like what the frequency of that crop circle is, going into the crop circle and then playing an opposing frequency.
Ooh. Yeah, if like you're able to look at it and go, okay, this is like an E minor, an 8.9 gigahertz or whatever, and you go in there and you get like a tuning fork or whatever and play that, what would happen?
Yeah.
So, if you guys if you're near a crop circle, figure this shit out. I gotta know.
You guys have any struggle with coming up with different theories to test? Watch the episode, dude. Pick up the pod.
Jeez. Tune into Dave-Inci's code. I notice you're still doing the tridactyl.
I know.
I'm trying not to laugh at it, but
Trying to make that more of a more natural thing for me. I will
Our
eventually
overlords.
just fucking turn into a tridactyl lizard person.
I still want my opposable thumb, though.
Yeah.
I don't care if you fuse these. I still want my thumb.
Yeah.
Think about it. It'd be weird to do it like that. I'd make it work, but
Things to think about, things to try.
yeah.
Experimentation, really.
What other experiment could we do with crop circles? What could we do with crop circles at home?
I mean, technically,
We could run them through AI. Just put it into AI, a picture of it, and say transfer this into a sound. And then once we get as many as we can, because if they're still going, if they're still happening, you'll never fully get the picture.
I guess you could too also do a 3D model, imaging model on your computer, and then get all of them built, all the computer 3D models built of all the different crop circles and then try to organize them into a way that might make sense.
Organize them into the pattern of that place in England with the dude with the dick.
The big dick. Yeah.
You're just like, fuck. Makes sense now. I got it.
Or we could like come up with some things that we want to transmit into the cosmos. Figure out how to transpose them mathematically into symbols, and then like cut your grass into a crop circle in your backyard, creating that energy source for yourself.
And you think there's just like an alien just flying by?
Oh shit!
Whoa, fuck, what? Hold on.
Does that say fuck you? Yeah, that says fuck you.
This son of a bitch. Gary, are you seeing this shit? This motherfucker. He getting
Grab the probe. Grab the probe.
Get it ready.
No, the big one.
The big one. They pull over and they abduct me and they're like, this is what you're gonna get. Got bigger than that at Scout Camp. Fuck. We gotta intimidate this guy somehow. Roar! Nah, not happening.
Roar.
Whatever, dude. Just don't touch me with those weird fucking hands.
Imagine trying to fucking work a probe with your fucking...
He's just like, damn, dude, your prostate's bad. You need to get that looked at.
You should try sitting in a crop circle, bud.
Can you make one? Nah.
But yeah, they talk about how they kind of lose track of time, or they finish doing these crop circles, and then the next day when they look at it, the design has been changed. Like they weren't fully in control of doing all these things. So some of them claim that they're being directed on how to do these things and how to the design to be.
We're talking about the Rick Doty's of crop circles. I don't buy that shit at all.
Yeah. I'm just putting the information out there that I gathered that, you know.
That's a good thing. I disagree with their sensibilities.
Yeah.
Because if you're out there already faking it, why should I believe anything you say?
Yeah.
It's kind of akin to watching a ghost hunter on TV. Like, I know you're full of shit. And you're perpetuating nonsense about something I'm very passionate about. Mm-hmm. And therefore, you're kind of the enemy.
Yeah. Well, in their mind, they're not necessarily trying to hoax in putting a crop circle out there. They're trying to further the communication. So they see a design, and so they'll come up with a design to put out there to try to respond.
I guess that does make more sense looking at it through that lens. I think I just got a little too jaded by the idea of like, oh, we're out here faking it. But if you're doing it with intention for the correct reason, like I'm cool with that. Are you having these time slips and then it's like the aliens come and fix your mistakes? They're just like, eraser that, pencil this line in, we're good.
Yeah.
Could it be? Possibly. Again, we're talking about potentially super advanced civilizations with access to technology we couldn't even dream of.
Yeah.
Why not? They could be doing it from Alpha Centauri or wherever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why they would need to do that, make a correction on a response anyways, doesn't really make sense, but...
No. It's like if you write me a letter and then I read the letter and fix your grammar and give it back to you, that's kind of what that feels like.
Right.
And that's almost insulting.
Yeah.
Like, there's an apostrophe here, stupid.
Yeah. When you, like, type something on fucking Facebook and then somebody, like, corrects your grammar and you're like, fuck you! Yeah. What are you, the grammar police here?
Grammar Nazi!
If you're gonna fucking try to talk to the cosmos, get your shit correct, buddy.
Stupids. So, yeah, I think we solved it.
Yeah.
Crop circles, solved. Very cool. We didn't solve shit. We just figured out it's a frequency, so I guess that is solving it.
Pretty much. I think that we're just giving the next step that somebody else has to take.
wouldn't it be fucked up to figure out all these symbols and all these different frequencies and sounds that they make, and we put it all together and we're like, finally we have the key, we're gonna unlock knowledge of the universe, and it just plays like Rap God by Eminem or something, and you're like, what the fuck? Really?
It's like fucking Born to Be Wild or something.
Yeah. It's a Katy Perry song.
Yeah.
Worst of all. California girls. Or however that stupid song goes.
Anyways, yeah, I think we did solve
Solved it, doctor?
it.
Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.